Hello, 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 everyone. I wanted to come on and just go live with you all. Haven't been live in a while, and just talk to you all about some of the things that I think that will be important uh, for you in the now and the upcoming year. So I'm so excited to be going live. Even if you're watching the replay, that's wonderful. Well, what I want to talk to you all about is when will you allow your vision to be more of a priority than your excuses? When will you allow your vision to be the priority opposed to your excuses? You know, there's always some reason why we can't do what we do. We always have some reason why we're coming up with why we can't do what we need to do. But let's be honest. If we look at it, if we look at everything, it's really just excuses. So I really want to talk to you all about just really making your vision a priority because it is extremely important that you do. So one of the things I wanted to say that you're always going to find yourself or you're going to always find your hands into someone else's vision, whether it be church, whether it be the job, whether it be you helping your friend or not, it doesn't matter. You're going to always find yourself um, in having your hands in someone else's vision except your own. And I'm going to challenge you on this live to make sure that you are actually putting your hands to your own vision in this season, starting now and all the way and beyond, because it is important. Why is it important? Because what God has placed in you, we need. The world is waiting on you, and you have consistently made excuses and made your excuses way more important than your vision. And so it's really time to make sure that, and I just want to encourage you to stop operating in that way. No longer allow your excuses to dictate what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, what you want to accomplish. And our excuses, it can range from so many different things. Your can be, I don't have anyone to help me. Well, a lot of people don't, and they still make it. I don't have it. I don't have a cheerleader. Well, a lot of people don't, and they still go after their vision no matter what. Family and friends are not helping me. It doesn't matter. They don't have to help you because what God has placed on the inside of you is way more important than you having your family and friends support. It's helpful, but God doesn't need it to bring your purpose and destiny to pass. So you need to make sure you understand that you don't need all of these external things, excuse me, all these external things to bring your vision and your purpose to pass. You just need to have a determined, made up mind that you're going to move forward no matter what. So if you have not started a vision board, if you have not done, if you don't have a journal or you have not written anything down, you have not meditated on what God wanted you to do, you have not gone into prayer, any of those things that is necessary for you to begin to birth out purpose and destiny, you need to make sure you put those things in place. Sometimes a lot of us, another excuse is procrastination. We procrastinate too much. Even I do it sometimes, but when your procrastination becomes more important than your purpose and destiny, then you have made procrastination this idol. Now you're in idolatry, and you really want to start coming out of that because what God has placed in you is more important than procrastination. So even if you need to get coached with that, even if you need to have an accountability coach to help you navigate through that procrastination, please do so. It is important because this is not the time to be stagnant. This is not the time not to have any plan in place. Things have changed since COVID 2020. And if you haven't noticed, you're going to be left behind. Things are drastically changing. Our money is getting ready to change. It's already started. So everything is about to change. Everything is changing, not about to change, but everything is changing. So you have to make sure that you're putting yourself in a position to be able to move with the times. And Ecclesiastes, the Lord talked about understanding the times that we're in. That's part of us. That's part of our responsibility as Christians is really understanding, being able to pinpoint the times that we're in and not stand still and just wait on God. I guess I don't know to pull something out of the tree for you. No, God has given us the ability to be able to produce, to birth, and create, and so and take dominion, like He told us to do in Genesis. So make sure you are doing those things, and you're not sitting around waiting on someone or waiting for this to happen before you do this. No, you have to move forward in what you have in your hand. It's just like when Moses was at the Red Sea, he's yelling up to the Lord, okay, what should I do? And the Lord was pretty much saying, why are you even having this conversation with me? Use what's in your hand. And Moses used the staff that was in his hand, and he stretched it out, and the sea departed. So you have what it takes. You have whatever you need in your hands. You have it in your creativity. You have what you need to get started, but you cannot get started without a vision. Then you got to make sure that your vision is not impaired, right? The way that you see things, the way that your mindset is, okay? So that's why the first thing I would always say to you, hey, make sure you go into prayer so you can know exactly how God wants to navigate this purpose and vision that He's placed on the inside of you, and making sure that your vision is not impaired with unforgiveness, hurt, pain, revenge, all those things, making sure that you're not operating out of those things. Or, my favorite one is, I'm going to show you. I'm not sure what you want to show somebody, but that is most definitely not the place that you want to operate in. You do not want to operate in this place where you're trying to show someone anything, because they are irrelevant. And whoever you're trying to show, forgive them, move on. They'll see. It doesn't matter if they see or not. You are still responsible for birthing out and producing what God has called you to produce. So it is important that you move beyond that level of, I'm going to call it pettiness or tit for tat, that you grow up in your vision. And that's what I'm talking about, vision being impaired. Make sure you have the right motives, make sure you have the right understanding and why you're doing something. You do not have time when you are trying to build a legacy, and when you are trying to build an empire, you do not have time to show anyone anything. Okay? Your focus needs to be on your vision, your purpose. Okay? With community in mind, right? Because I think sometimes in the Western world that we are just so individualistic, right? We need to think about community. That when we are thinking about purpose, and when God gives us the desires of our hearts, and when He gives us that desire, it has a lot to do with other people, right? That we're being able to use our gifts and our purpose and our destiny to be able to help people, which is community. So, one of the things that we need to make sure that we're not operating in this Western mindset to where it's just everything is about us. It's just like the Bible, right? Well, a lot of times when we read the Bible, we make the Bible about us, but the Bible is really about Jesus. The Bible is about Jesus and what He did for us. Okay, but the Bible is about who He is, and who He is, His characteristics, and how He navigated, and how God. I know a lot of times we insert ourselves into it, but the Bible is about Jesus, and we're to become more like Him. But we are just sometimes so westernized in our thinking. We just always think that everything is just about us, and everything is just not about you. Okay, so we got to make sure that we understand that everything is not about us, and that anything that God places in our hands and in our hearts is really about community. Okay, making an impact in the kingdom. So I wanted to come on and encourage you all to please make sure you are, uh, even if you haven't started, start today. Really start going digging deep, really start going into prayer and figuring out what is it, your purpose and your vision. And sometimes you may need help with that. And so part of the things that we have done, I've partnered with Regal Exalted, and what we have done, we did a prophetic vision board course, which is, you'll see it in the description box. We have a prophetic course, about, a prophetic vision board. So let me be very clear. That course is biblical. It's about prophetic, God giving us prophetic words and those type of things for us to move forth in our vision. And it's 4 videos. I think they're 1 hour, a little bit over 1 hour. Some of them 1 hour at the point, and a little bit over 1 hour. And I think also get a, you become a part of my private coaching page, Facebook page. I think for a month or a couple of months or so with that deal. So I would say sometimes we need help, right? Because it is in our nature. It is in our nature. It's in mine. It's in our nature to procrastinate. It is in our nature not to move. And I will even caution you, even if you decide, let's say you decide to purchase that course, from me. I also have a sale going on with just a private Facebook group coaching for $14.99. But let's say you decide to do those things. It's no need to even try to do those things or even purchase it if you're not willing to do something different. If you're not willing to do something different, you are wasting your money, right? So we didn't do that course to make money, or we didn't do that course to manipulate you to get your money. No, if you know you're not going to do anything with what you purchase, and if it's not going to serve you at the end of the day, you should not purchase that course. You should not be a part of the BernadetteWashington.org private Facebook coaching group. I'm sorry, yeah, Facebook coaching group, because it is no need to spend your money if you're not going to do anything. We really want partners to come out to partner with us to really do the work. We just don't want people just to purchase the course because they think it might be a course, or this was a great course, and then after you look at the course, you do nothing with it. So we would rather you keep your money until you're really ready to really do something with the vision board course. And if you decide not to, even if you do the $14.99 for 6 months, it'll be $14.99 every month for 6 months. The course is still available to you if you do it that way as well. Or you can just purchase the course right out, which is $27.99, and I think get maybe a month or so or two of free coaching in the private Facebook page. But what I'm saying is to you, don't waste your money, don't waste your time, right? Because if you're not going to do anything with it, you're still allowing excuses to be the more dominant power in your life than your purpose and your destiny. And what I'm saying to you all, what I want to encourage you all to do, please allow your destiny to be the most powerful thing that you have in your forefront, opposed to excuses. Please stop saying that you're waiting on God. Okay, we all know that there are certain things that we have to wait on God for. What I'm saying is that when you pray, and while you're waiting, if God is telling you to open up the business, you need to go ahead and get the EIN number. You need to go ahead and do the things that you need to do. What I don't like that we do, especially Christians, we like to just pray, pray, pray. And you should pray, right? We should always pray. But that prayer needs to come along with action. Okay? That's right. So good. It's not about us. So it needs to come with some action, and just not prayer and just not waiting. I'm not sure what you're waiting on. You have to move. If not, what you're going to find yourself doing, you're going to find yourself going to work, going to church, and doing the same thing over and over, waiting for someone to, I don't know, prophesy to you, do something. I don't know. But if you don't move, you're going to find yourself in the next 5 years in the same position. And you cannot fault anyone but yourself. It is really important that we start moving on. I want to read a couple of things to you all before I get off on live that I think will be helpful. Because I don't know about you all, but I know I am a millionaire. I don't know about you all, but I know that's what I am. And there are certain commonalities that's associated with millionaires, right? And if you know you are a millionaire, and I mean you already have millions, or you know that is something that you know that you're going to walk in, this is for you. There's commonalities in being that are often associated with many millionaires, right? This list is not exactly all, but this is some. These are the things that are characteristics that are um, associated with millionaires, hard work and discipline. That means you have to have a great work ethic. You can't just sit around and just chill, right? It comes from hard work and discipline. The next one, you have to be goal oriented. You have to do some goals. You need to write down your goals. You need to do your vision board, right? One of the things I'm doing is a vision board. That's why we had the prophetic vision board course. What happened was it was birthed out of the Women Head in the Right Direction conference that we had this year, and that was birthed out of it. And it really is a phenomenal course. So you have to be goal oriented, highly goal oriented. If you're not goal oriented, you're not motivated, then the millionaire stat, you might stumble upon it, but or you may inherit it. But these are just some common associations with uh, millionaires. Um, Financial literacy, right? They get a better understanding about, they make better decisions with their money. They don't keep making bad decisions with their money, right? They have financial literacy. They seek out how to use their money, how to spend their money, right? So, like Christmas coming up, everybody, listen, I'm not against shoes and earrings and things like that because I like those things. But I understand that as I get older, those things are not that important, and we need to start investing into people with gifts that matter, like a vision board course or like a Facebook coaching group. Help them develop who they are in God. Those are some of the best gifts that you can give people, opposed to shoes, clothes, pocketbooks, and all these things that doesn't matter at the end of the day, that they depreciate. But what matters is that you become fully developed. So even if you don't want to take the course, if you know someone that is serious about it, then you should tell them about the sales that we have going on. As far as, like I said, it should be in the description box on once I'm here on YouTube. And make sure y'all invite your friends and your family to join the channel and subscribe and hit like for me, and of course hit that notification button so you can know when I'm uploading videos. So number 4, risk taking. If you are not willing to take a risk, then guess what? You're just going to stay right where you are. You cannot be complacent. You cannot be fearful and say, no, I don't want to do it because I'm scared. Well, then you're just not going to move forward in the way that you're supposed to do, because there's not too many people, entrepreneurs. Every entrepreneur, every business owner, doesn't matter who it is, they have taken risks. You're going to have to take a risk. And for saved people, that means you're gonna have to start walking by faith, even when you don't see it. You're gonna have to be a risk taker in this season. You got an entrepreneur spirit, right? You have this mindset where you always have this hunger to develop, to develop or to create wealth, right? You have an entrepreneur spirit. Continuous learning. You're always learning. You're always finding. You're always seeking out learning materials and how to develop and how to do this better and how to do this better. You're always in this mode of learning. Resilience. You don't give up. You're not interested in giving up. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter if you make $5 a day or if you don't make any money a day. You're resilient, and what you believe God is saying. What God is saying for you to do. You're resilient. You won't give up. Resilience is a big thing. You're frugal. In other words, I just talked about that. You're not spending your money. You're not spending your money on things that are not necessary. that are not necessary. That's not going to bring any developing or personal growth to you. And like I'm saying, I'm not saying that we not to buy up these material things. I love them, but I don't buy them all the time, right? I have learned how to invest my money into things that matter. Okay, networking skills. You need to know people. If you have issues with social media, then you're gonna be left behind because the Lord has already told us that we are headed to a digital world. And you got to figure out how to navigate through the digital world. Social media, AI, all that stuff is going to become is starting now, but it's going to become more prevalent. You cannot avoid it. So if that's the issue with you, you're going to have to get over it because that's where the world is headed. And then, of course, always being someone that gives to charitable causes. You're a giver. You're always giving. You're always being a blessing to someone, right? You always have this thing about you that you're giving, right? So even on millionaires have this thing about them to where they are givers. And so I hope this has helped. I'll put some of this in the chat as well. I mean, in the description box so you guys can see it, or I may make a comment for you all to see it. But I wanted to drop in, do a live, and just say hello to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you all subscribing. I'm gonna try to do better definitely in 2024, and try to post every week so you all can get the gist of who I am and what my channel is really about. I don't necessarily have a niche. My channel will be a combination of things of what I feel like I'm being led to talk about, or something that I think it will be very helpful for you all um, to uh, to uh, to regurgitate, and so it can be a blessing to you. So you all have a good night. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all that are watching the replay. I appreciate you all. I hope this is helpful to you all. And I wish you guys happy holidays. I'll see y'all soon. No, I'm not doing no vlogmas. I might do a vlogmas every week, a vlog every week, but I'm not gonna do vlogmas. So you guys have a great night, and I will see you soon. Bye.